diamonds on the windshield as heaven starts to cry. And in his rearview mirror, his angel waves goodbye. She knows he's gonna go. She knows he's one of them. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again. Sailing toward the setting sun, freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. Oh, bring it on in there.
Well, put the pedal to the metal, tried out to run the rain. Another shot of truck stop coffee as I run in through his veins. This world turns on 18 wheels, thank God we can depend
on brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again. Sailing toward the setting sun, freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. Carolina West, Denver, Baton Rouge, east of Pittsburgh, Portland, south of San Diego. Sail on, sail on. Tallahassee, north of Boston, up to Bangor, west to Austin, coast to coast, sea to sea. Sail on, sail on. You brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again. Sailing toward the setting sun, freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. That Detroit diesel pirate ship goes blowing out again. Sailing toward the setting sun, freedom's their best friend. Brothers of the highway, children of the wind. God bless you, brothers of the highway, children of the wind. God bless y'all. And it's a big 10-4.
What's up, everybody? Woo! What's going on? Daniel said he was first, so let's see. That looks like it is to me. Jason Perry, what's going on? Whoa, Basic Famous. What? Jeff Beard. There we go. Pappy's in the house. Tony and Aaron, that's right. Oh, Daniel must have been second, and I can't see the first comment. So let me go over here. Let's go over here. Let's see who was first. Let's see who was first. Somebody was first. And apparently it wasn't Daniel. It was Big John. Big John was first. How about that? All right. Yeah, Pappy, we got the red lights going. Wiggle Wagon Pat? Yep. Hitchcock's in the house. Jeff Beard, wash your hands. No, we had a little smoke. Warwick Jones, sup you blokes. There we go. I don't know you, but welcome to the show. Maybe I've seen you before. Let me click on that right there. Uh-oh. Hello, we're back. Yep, Big John said she can be first in his head. Stu Manchu. Michael P's in the house. What's going on, everybody? It is Thursday night. Hope everybody's having a good evening. We are here. And, so yeah, an exciting day. Exciting day. And Just thought I'd go. Oh, Warwick, okay, you're from Australia. How about that? Cool, cool. I've got a guy that I know through Snorlord who lives here in the United States now, but is from Australia. Drove road trains and everything else like that. So that's really cool. Really cool. Got to talk to him for a long time at GATS when we were all down there in Dallas over in August. And he told a lot of stories of driving over there. So that's pretty cool. A lot different from driving in the United States. But anyway, hope everybody's having a good week. We are back to what I would call my normal zone. I'm in Illinois after going out to Arizona last week and then turning around and going back to South Dakota and Wyoming. We're back here in Illinois, and we'll be picking up tomorrow headed to Georgia. So I hope everybody's having a good week. Everybody's getting ready to go to sleep. My goodness. Acting like it's late or something. What is it, 9:30? Yeah, 9:30 Central. But anyway, Snorlord's in the house. Howdy, howdy. Oh, Hitchcock. This is nothing but positive. This is nothing but positive. Trust me. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to enjoy it. 12:30 p.m. here Friday, mate. Beer o'clock, I reckon. There you go. See, I say reckon. We say reckon down south. You know, I reckon this, I reckon that. And old other trucker James Best, he gives me grief about that all the time. I reckon. What is reckon? Well, I don't know. We just say it. It's kind of like, I guess. Well, I'm glad to see y'all say it down there in Australia, too. 12:30 on Friday. So y'all are about 15 hours ahead of us then, I guess. So that's cool. Y'all are coming up on summertime down there, so that's on the other side of the equation here. No, the whole deal. Yeah, the reckon. Yeah, that's right. You got to have fun with this. This is YouTube. This is all about fun. You know, if this wasn't about fun, what would be the point? Yeah, I reckon so, Daniel. See, I just did it right there. But anyway, you know, YouTube's about fun. If you can share a little bit of useful knowledge or useless knowledge, that's a benefit of it. But this is all about fun, and we're gonna keep it fun. And usually when these people entertainment, that's all it is. It's something to do, right? We're all out here on the road. We're laid up in these trucks at night with not much to do. Incentivize. There you go. Incentivize. That's right. See? Air conditioning going, first time in ages. There you go. Yep. We're running bunk heaters over here now. But it's all about fun. And when these little characters do their thing or whatever, you know what? That's their fun. So whatever. It's. I don't care. And usually what ends up becoming a side benefit from it is, you get noticed. You know, look at me here. I have the same people here all the time, which I am thankful for, because those are the people that actually matter. And 180 subscribers, of which probably 70 actually watch. That's all that really matters. The rest of it, I'm not worried about it. It is what it is. These fools, they get wrapped up and tangled in their own little drama world over there. Go for it. Get it all over yourself. All right, Daniel, we'll talk at you later, I reckon. But oh, Warwick, it's just silliness. It's just silliness. People try to drag other people in when they don't have anything good to say. They try to bring other people in, to bring them down to their level. But that's not going to happen. We'll enjoy it. We'll have fun with it, and they'll have their fun, and that's fine too, because it's all about fun, and I've got nothing to worry about. So, everybody have their fun. I'll have mine. They have theirs, and everybody be happy. That's the way I look at it. And we'll just continue to do our thing. Our little tiny little gathering that happens on my channel is not going to be affected by anybody. I mean, it's not like we got hundreds of people here, and that's fine. I don't need that. I enjoy doing exactly what we're doing right now. Mainly me just talking to a blank screen. So, yeah, there we go, Pappy. But listen, rainbows and unicorns, there we go. But listen, there's people here in this channel. We're all truck drivers. And a lot of the people that I talk to enjoy this as a lifestyle, not just as a job. And that's where I'm at. And so I enjoy talking to other people that feel that way too. And I know not everybody feels that way. I don't think that you have to. I don't think that it's a requirement that you feel the way I do. I don't think it's a requirement that you think the way I do. That's the beauty of it, right? Everybody can have their own opinion. Everybody can have their own thoughts and their own priorities and everything else. That's the beauty of this whole situation. So, if somebody thinks a little differently, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. If they disagree with something I say, I don't have a problem with that either, because that's the beauty of this whole country. That's the beauty of this scenario that we all live in and take part in. So it's fine. Somebody thinks differently than me. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not opposed to other ways of thinking. Sometimes people have an opinion, a different point of view, that when you listen to it, maybe it changes your mind. Maybe it makes you think of something differently. That's the whole point of open discourse, right? The whole idea behind sharing your opinions, and maybe your opinion has a better thought process that somebody hasn't thought before, and they see the situation in a different way. That's the whole beauty of it. So, I do my thing. I have this group of people. There's 17 people here right now. Y'all are the ones that matter. And there may be some other people come in here and they're going to do their thing, and that's fine. I'm not going to be bothered by it. We're not going to kick them out. We're not going to ban them. They're going to do their thing, and that's their thing. Whatever. I don't care. They can get it all over themselves. And eventually they'll go back to their little hole. I don't have a problem with that, because that's what they do for fun. I do what I do for fun, and I don't expect anybody else to get and do exactly the way I do things. So it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. It's I did it first. I thought about things a little bit differently, and talked to some friends of mine, and you know what, at the end of the day, let them do their thing. I don't care. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape of it. I'm actually going to try to have fun with it. They're having their fun. I'm going to have fun with it too. So, that's all I wanted to say. I hope everybody's having a good week. It's almost Friday. So I know some people are probably headed toward the house and getting ready to have the weekend off. So I hope everybody that is going to do that is going to have a good weekend. We'll be headed to Georgia over the weekend and deliver down there Monday. So, but that's all I wanted to say. Don't worry about what other people got going on. Worry about yourself. James has been MIA. I mean, he is at home, but he has been tuned out to everything, hasn't he? He has been tuned out to everything. But yeah, he's at home. He'll be back out Monday. So, and I'll be going home next week. Probably Wednesday evening or first thing early Thursday morning. So, anyway, yeah, I thought that was quite comical today, what occurred, and we're all going to have fun with it. Y'all, this group of people that's here right now that I see commenting, y'all are here all the time, so y'all know. That's not a troll there, Warwick. You're not trolling. You're just, you're a truck driver. You're a truck driver. You don't ever get to be an ex-truck driver. Ex-truck drivers are in the ground. That's the only ex-truck drivers. You're still a truck driver even if you're not active. And I'm sorry to hear about your health reasons there. Hope you can get that under control. Jason Perry says, I'm going to have a good weekend going 110 miles out of route to spend time with the family instead of sitting in a truck all weekend. There you go. There you go. Jeff, it was just, you know, one of these faceless trolls commented on some videos, and, you know, I welcome it. It's fine. I hope they have their fun. That's all it's going to be. Josh, no, they ended up able to get some gas in town before they ran out, and then stayed in the in-laws camper. They stayed in my in-laws camper for the weekend, that initial weekend, and then Sunday the power came back. So, you know, the hurricane came through on Tuesday evening, and Sunday they had power back. Salty Pirate, what's going on? Troy made a big mistake, pulled into this Sitco for the night in Marion, Arkansas. Holy cow, pothole city. Whoa, now, slow her down, slow her down. Yep, be rocking stuff out of all your cabinets. They're hitting them potholes. Rebel Trucker, what's going on? But anyway, well, Josh, it ended up not being that big a deal, you know. They were in the neighborhood right across the street from our house. My in-laws actually live on the same street we do, just a couple houses down and across on the other side. So it wasn't, and it was, you know, the kids were out of school because nobody had any power. The schools were closed. And the in-law, my mother and my father-in-law is retired, so he was there with the kids, you know, while my wife was working and whatnot. So it ended up not being that big a deal. So worked out pretty good. The you know, they've got a camper, we got a camper, and camper refrigerators run on propane as well as electricity. So between the two campers, they had enough to save all the food. We didn't lose any food in the freezers or whatnot. Put it in the campers, it was fine. And you know, with having a camper, you got hot water for showers, and it, you know, it's just like a camping trip basically, just right there in the backyard instead of going to a campground. So it worked out fine. Salty Pirates in a hotel getting the truck worked on. What's going on with the truck there? Oh, Rebel Trucker, who knows? I ain't sure. You know, it don't matter. They, you know, those faceless people, you know, they hide behind their little masks and claim to be revolutionaries or whatever. We ain't worried about it, though. We can keep doing our thing. Thomas Wilson's up in Charlotte. There we go. Troy's on a 10-hour break. Yeah, there you go, Rebel Trucker. That's right. You know. I made it. They made a couple of comments on my video. They made one comment on 2 different videos. And I enjoyed it, you know, a little notoriety. And so I responded back to their comments, put a little heart on them, you know. And Charles Jansen, what's going on? And I guess they didn't like what I said. Maybe it didn't bother me enough for their liking, or maybe they got scared, or I don't know. But within a few minutes, they deleted their comments. That kind of made me sad. You know, I was thinking we was gonna have this. You know, I was thinking we was gonna have a ton of people in here. Yeah, you know, I don't know, but they didn't like what I had to say, so they deleted their comments and scurried off into the night to hide. You know, into the bushes, I guess, or something. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, Jeff, that might have been what it was. You know, maybe I didn't give them that satisfaction. I don't know. Who knows with those people? Yeah, that's right, Rebel. I get a kick out of it. And, you know, you look back, you know, some of the most, crazy times with clashing. People go from 1,000 to 10,000 subs overnight because of craziness like that, you know? So they want to have their little fun, whatever. Go for it. I don't care. We ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't got time to worry about it. I got dollars to make. Much less worried about some little puppy pound. It's me, Gary. What's going on? Horsetown is having a big boot sale next weekend. Where is Horsetown at there, Thomas? Oh, Rebel Trucker, I don't know that we'll ever see that. I don't do the right kind of content to ever see that. This is just a little fun hobby for me to have something to do while I'm on the road. I don't think it'll ever get to that point. Where is the Horsetown, Thomas? But anyway, so that's been my day, you know. Made the day go by fast. All right, Hitchcock. Get you some sleep. Be careful. But you know, sometimes it well, I'm not gonna say that. There's no use in being negative about anything. It just yes, Thomas, I do watch Life is Good. How about that revelation that he came out with this week? What, a used truck salesman? I was absolutely blown away by that. Blown away. I did not see that coming. Did not. That was kind of crazy. I know right where he's at, though. I know the dealer. You know, obviously anybody who runs the Southeast knows where he's at there on 75. But that was a big shocker. All right, Stu, be careful. Have a good night. Salty Pirates out. All right. Marietta and Snellville, also one on the south side of Atlanta. Okay, I've never heard of them. I don't really do too much stopping in Atlanta though, because you know, normally I'm either headed through leaving or headed south. So I don't ever really even stay in Atlanta. I'm either almost home or just leaving home. So I don't really ever see anything in Atlanta other than 285. And I'm trying to get the hell out of there when I'm there. But it Rebel, I'm close. I'm close to Florida. I'm in Southwest Georgia. We're about an hour and a half north of Tallahassee. Truck after truck pulled over on 285 on Tuesday, probably for lane violation. Yeah, probably so. They bumped the speed limit up to 65 on a lot of it, but it changes. On the north half of the loop, it can change, you know, from 35 to 65. It's an electronic speed sign, so they may have been doing that too, you know, manipulating the speed limit because of traffic. And even when the speed limit signs go down to 45, you still see people just, you know, it's like a racetrack. And so that might have been it too. I don't know what part of 285 you're on, but any part of that northern loop has digital. Anything on the north side of 20 is digital. Am I thinking about that right, Thomas? Have they done the south side that way too, or is it still just straight 65? I think the last time I was there, it was still all straight 65 on the south loop. But the northern part of the loop had the digital. They probably ride about how their name says they ride. Rebel Trucker, you got it right. Michael P, he did. I think it's still available. He made a video here the other day. I think that truck's still available. It's a nice truck. 27 South. '20 South. On 27. What? Oh, okay. Is that the place on the boot? Okay. I don't know, Pappy. I think somebody made a comment. You know, I kind of, after watching Life is Good, I think he's got a love of trucks. I think he loves to drive, but he's got a love of beautiful trucks. Kenworths, W9s, Pete 389s, you know, big, large car, big hood trucks. He's got a love of that. And he sees a beauty in just a truck. And he bought his truck out there in Tulsa from Peterbilt Steve. And Peterbilt Steve's got a large following on YouTube, and all he does is show off his trucks that he builds and sells. And there is no Kenworth blah blah. You know, there's a guy in Canada that has a channel, but those trucks aren't, you know, like Peterbilt Steve's trucks. And I think that Tim would like to be on that level, specking out new trucks for owner-operators like Peterbilt Steve does with his Pete's out in Tulsa. I think that's where he wants to go. Somebody made a comment on one of the videos that he was going to be the next Peterbilt Steve. It was going to be Kenworth Tim. And he basically, you know, he said baby steps. And I think that's where he would like to go with it. At least that's my opinion from what he has said in his videos and his remarks about trucks and how he's constantly looking at trucks. And no, I'm off in 19, Thomas. We're off 19. So I think that that's where he would like to go with that. He's constantly looking at beautiful trucks and remarking at them and giving them compliments. And, you know, for somebody who maybe doesn't necessarily want to drive every day anymore, that would be the next best thing, to still be around the beautiful, big, you know, Peterbilts and Kenworths, but not have to go down the road every day and be away from home and everything like that. So, you know, that would be a logical next step in your career if you were ready to be done with the behind the wheel part, but didn't want to just completely walk away from trucks. So I just didn't see that coming. I didn't think that he was getting out of trucking. He really didn't say that he was. He was just selling his truck. And I really didn't see the truck sales angle coming, but it kind of makes sense, at least in my mind. So I kind of thought that was, you know, that's kind of cool. Yeah, Rebel Trucker, it's for sale. That truck is for sale. He's got a video up. I guess it was about a week and a half ago he posted it, doing a walk around on it and everything. And $159.9 he's asking. Yeah, Kenworth Tim. So yeah, he's, you know, he's making a change, and I hope he's successful with it. I put a comment up when he said he was selling his truck that I was sad to see that truck go, you know, because when you really and truly love doing this, your truck is just not your truck. It's part of you. It's a reflection of you. And when you've got a really nice truck that you've worked hard to get it to look the way you want it to, you've invested a lot of time and money, that's a part of you. And so I was sad to see that truck be for sale, to know that he wasn't going to be running it up and down the road anymore, because that truck is as much of him as the rest of his videos or anything. You know, it's just, you're going to see that truck going down the road one day, and you're going to think of him, not whoever it is that's driving it at the time. You're going to think of Tim Gorley. And it just, you know, so for that, I was sad to see that he was going to sell his truck, and I wished him luck in his new venture, whatever it may be, because when he posted the video of the truck for sale, he had not said what he was going to do at the time. I was blown away when I saw that the truck was for sale. You know, that was the first inkling that we got that something was going on. He posted a video, said the truck was for sale, and not clickbait. I'm like, what? Here we go. What is this? Yeah, it is a beautiful truck. So, but yeah, Jeff, well, you know, here's the thing. Everybody's needs and wants are different. And you'd probably be shocked to know that I've got a 386 Pete. And anybody want to take a guess what my quarterly IFTA mileage was last quarter? I'm gonna wait a minute. There's 10 of y'all in here. I'm gonna let y'all guess what my MPG was for the quarter, for the third quarter of the year. So that would have been July, August, and September. We run IFTA by the quarter, and it tracks exact mileage off the ELD. It doesn't do air miles or straight line miles or whatever. It tracks the exact mileage, the exact route off the ELD, and then we have our gallons of fuel that we purchased to divide it by. So now I've got a 386 Pete. I got full skirts on the side, the air top on top of it, you know, side extenders on the back of the sleeper, a standard Standard style truck. Nothing crazy. No big stacks or breathers or exposed tanks or anything like that. I saw 5.8, 6.3, 6.3, 6.6. There's one that's too low and 3 that are too high. We came in at 6.02. 6.02 for the quarter. Did I make money with this truck? Yes, I do. Do I make a profit with this truck? Yes, I do. Would I make more profit if I had a 7 mile per gallon truck? Sure. But at the end of the day, nothing against anybody that drives a Cascadia. I don't want one. Nothing against anybody who drives a Volvo. I don't want one. You know, James and Norlord got T680s. They love them. I'm glad. I don't like them. They're just not, it's not that I don't like them, they just don't grab me. That's not a truck for me. And would I make more money in my pocket if I had a 7 mile a gallon truck? Absolutely. Do I need to have that money in my pocket? No. So, yeah, that's right, Rebel Trucker. I'm with Jeff. So, you know, if somebody wants to go and buy a big long hood Peterbilt or Kenworth W9 and get 5 miles to the gallon, you know, is it the most profitable thing to do that? No. But what? I must have missed something there, Pappy. What did I miss? But I can see the reason that people get a big long nose truck and get 5 miles to the gallon, because they love those trucks, and there is a lot to be said for walking out of the truck stop and seeing your truck. Some people, myself included, instead of being a hot rod guy, I'm a truck guy. And so where some people get a kick out of going to the show and seeing the Chevelles and old Camaros and old Mustangs and what, I like to see that old needle nose Pete, or the W900A model, or W900B, you know. All right, Rebel Trucker, you have a good night now. And so I get enjoyment out of that. I see value in that. The way I've often looked at it is that I could either, you know, a lot of people have hobbies at home, you know, motorcycle they want to go ride, or fishing, hunting, you know, whatever. Race car maybe that they're building. That's right, Jeff. And if you were to stop and think about the amount of money that people, let's say you've got a Cascadia and you're getting 7 miles to the gallon, you're saving that fuel money, and then you're buying a Harley with it. Well, it's really no different for somebody who doesn't want a Harley, but they want a Peterbilt with a, you know, big 379 Peterbilt. Well, they've taken that money and putting it into fuel to have that beautiful truck. They don't want the Harley. You know, it's kind of the same thing. That is their hobby. Trucks are their hobby. Having a beautiful truck to ride down the road every day, that is their hobby. All right, Warwick, I hope you have a good day over there in Australia. I'm glad to see you come in here. I appreciate it. Thomas has a new day cab Cascadia with auto shift, 72 miles an hour. I run speed limit most of the time at 9,800 miles so far. I'm at 7.9. Well, yeah, there you go. 7.9. There you go. That's good mileage. Is that what you do every day, Thomas? Is just back and forth to Charlotte? Back and forth to Charlotte? But I don't have a big long hood Peterbilt or W900 Kenworth, but maybe one day. I'm not in the position that I need one right now, and really, I don't want to buy one right now. I'm happy with this truck that I've got. Does it get 8 miles to the gallon? No. Will it ever get 8 miles a gallon? No. It won't ever get 7 miles to the gallon. Maybe if I had a deadhead that was mostly downhill, I could get 7 miles a gallon. Dang, Pappy, did you ask me about running gear and stuff? I just thought about that. I saw your comment a minute ago, and it's gone now for some reason. It's not there. But yes, I've got, I'm running a Cummins ISX 15 with 13 speed manual, 342 gears. And that's really the reason right there that I don't get fuel mileage, is 342 gears. I'm turning 1,500 RPM to run 70 miles an hour. I was out in South Dakota the other day. I had James and Snorlord and Mike Mentor. We were all on the phone together, and I hit the Interstate 90 there in South Dakota. I'd been on the back roads all day, and I hit 90, and what did Jeff say? I must be missing a lot of comments on this phone. I don't see what Jeff said. Yeah, I do see Jeff said 389 after the kids are gone. Yeah, there you go. Well, I still don't see it on that phone. But anyway, I was out there on Interstate 90, and anybody who's been on I-90 in South Dakota, it's 80 mile an hour speed limit. And so I said, I made a little smart comment that they ought to be proud of me. I was doing 65, had the cruise set, and they're like, old James, he likes to poke fun. He's like, oh, that thing would blow up if you tried to run 80 miles an hour. So I said, well, let's just see then. And this truck at 80 miles an hour, 1,700 RPM. So, she's drinking down the fuel. So we wound her on up there to see, and then we backed her on down. So if I keep this truck long enough, yeah, Thomas has got the right idea. I don't think I would go that extreme, but I keep this truck long enough to need to rebuild the rear ends. I'm probably just going to put different chunks in them. Either go to a 336 or a 325, more than likely. 325 with low pro 22s is really a good setup for fuel mileage. So yeah, see, Thomas, I'm turning 1,500 to go 70 miles an hour. So probably go to a 325. In the interim, I may go to a set of tall tires when I get ready to replace my drives. Just go to the 11R22s, which would effectively lower or raise my rear end ratio without actually changing the rear ends. So I may do that the next time I get drives. That would bring my RPMs down, maybe get me a little better fuel mileage. But we'll have to see. Jeffrey said that a while back. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's true. I mean, I can see value in having a truck. They make 389s brand new every day. Same thing with W900s. Do they get 8 miles a gallon like a new Cascadia or a new T680 Volvo? No. But I see value there because I don't have that hobby where I need to go buy a Harley or build a race car or whatever, you know. And that money that a lot of people spend on those things, I would gladly spend in fuel mileage to have that beautiful truck. That's my hobby. So Pappy was good. Wouldn't do 80 unless it was falling off a cliff. Well, this thing got up to 80. It wasn't out of RPM. I think she'll go on up to 2,000. So, I mean, I guess technically at that, you know, 70 was 15, 1,700 was 80. So, yeah, I guess with, you know, with 342s and my 13 speed, we probably got about 95 we can do with this truck, 95 or so. But 80 was fast enough. That was the speed limit. I wasn't going to go any faster than that. I didn't like turning 1,700. I don't turn 1,700 when I'm shifting gears. Usually I'm shifting it at 14 on the top side, unless I'm super heavy loaded. You know, I might wind it on up to 1,500. But with the splitter and a 13 speed, you know, you're only dropping 200 RPM. So I usually shift about 1,400 in this thing. So I did not like winding it up to 1,700. So that's why I say I think 325s, because 336 is not going to be that much of a jump from 342. So yeah, Gary, tell the rest of the story there now. Come on, finish the story. Right? But I don't think going to a 336 would be enough of a jump in RPM down. So I think whenever it comes time to redo a rear end, I'm just going to have them put both of them, you know, do both chunks and go to a 325. If I still have the truck at that point. I may not, you know, I may already have a 389 Pete or a W900 or, you know, maybe one of the new W990s. I saw one of those in person Saturday. I was in Iowa on 80, and there was two of them came by me. They were going east, I was going west. One of them was pulling a Conestoga trailer, and you know, that's the first time I've seen one on the road. We saw that one in person at GATS. I sat up in the seat of it, not at GATS, at G-Bats in Joplin, and saw one for the first time on the road Saturday. Saw those two going eastbound on 80, and it's a good-looking truck. Is it a W900? Absolutely not. But that wasn't the intention. It's just a different big hood Kenworth, you know? It's not a W900. It's not supposed to be. It's different, but I like it. So, you know, that might be my next truck. You never know. I like that W990. Thomas said he had a 308 in ProStar with 500 Cummins 10 speed. I got 7 to 7.4 all the time. 72 to 74. Balls to the walls. There you go. There you go. Well, see, I don't have the 500 Cummins in this truck. Nowadays, they have what they call Efficiency Series Cummins, and they have the Performance Series. Well, back in 2012, they didn't call it anything. It was just you had the lower end or you had the upper end. Even though I've got an ISX15, I've got smaller fuel pump, smaller injectors, smaller camshaft. This truck is at its maximum at 450 horse. This engine. 450 horse, 1750 foot-pounds of torque is all she'll do. When this truck came from the factory, it was set at 400, and then it had a split torque, 1550, 1750. And Jordan, the dealer that I bought it from, they just did away with that split and made it 1750 across the board and turned it to 450 horse. So it and I honestly, the truck's got 342 gears in it because this was a company truck and they never went over 65 miles an hour. I know the company that owned it, their trucks run 64 miles an hour. And at 64, it's running about 1380 RPM, which according to Cummins is in the sweet spot for this engine. So that's why it was spec'd the way it was. You know, that they weren't ever going to run at high speed, so it couldn't be too low geared, otherwise it'd be too low RPM. Oh yeah, yeah. Listen, whenever I got into it, I had that 01 Freightliner Classic, and 1800 was 75. 1800 RPM was 75 miles an hour. It was a Super 10. Y'all remember the Super 10 transmission? Had a Super 10 and 370s, 373s in that Freightliner Classic. We went everywhere just screaming, guzzling down the fuel. But that was normal back then, you know? Fuel was cheap. You didn't worry about it. You wanted to pull them hills. Nowadays, you put up the hill so you can save some fuel on the flat ground. But anyway, I'm going to slide on out of here, guys. I appreciate y'all being here. It's been almost an hour. I just saw that clock up there, 51 minutes. So, I hope everybody has a good rest of the week. We got Friday tomorrow and the weekend. And hope everybody has a safe ending of the week wherever you're at tomorrow and Saturday. Be safe out there. And just remember to always have fun with everything. Always have fun. That's what we're going to do with it, right? We're going to have fun with everything. And we're not going to let the riffraff bring us down onto their level. So, y'all have a good night. We may see y'all Sunday night. I don't know if, you know, may do another live feed Sunday night like I always do. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Stay safe. And remember, keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. And we'll see you again.